They are not going to change. That's the part you keep missing. You keep expecting more from someone who keeps showing you the same thing. In the last 2 videos, we looked at how emotional position drives behavior. Same situation, different emotion, different result. Now here's what most people miss, and every time it happens, you're surprised. You think, this time will be different, and then it isn't. And you end up asking, how did I get this so wrong? But the problem isn't just them. It's what you expect from them, because people don't act above where they are emotionally. They act from where they are. And if you don't see where that is, you will keep expecting something they are not going to deliver. And that's where frustration comes from. Not just from what people do, but from expecting them to be something they're not. Let me show you what this looks like. You have someone in your life who doesn't follow through. They cancel plans. They show up late. They say they'll do something, and then they don't. And every time you give them another chance, you tell yourself, they didn't mean it. They're just busy. They'll do better next time. But they don't. And now you're frustrated, not just because of what they're doing, but because of what you expected them to be. Now take this into work. You rely on someone to deliver. You explain it clearly. You give them everything they need, and still they don't follow through. And you think they should know better. But should doesn't change where someone is operating from. And until you see that, you will keep expecting performance from someone who is not operating at that level. So instead of asking, what's wrong with them? Start asking, where are they operating from emotionally? Because once you can answer that, everything changes. Hi, Shirley here from AXSIOM. I'm not here to be your guru. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. Anything I share with you only becomes true when you test it and apply it for yourself. Now here's something most people don't realize. You don't stay in one emotional position. You move up and down throughout the day, throughout your life. Something goes well, you feel lighter, more capable, more in control. Something goes wrong and you drop. You hesitate, you overthink, you avoid. That's normal. Everyone moves. But here's what matters. You don't stay everywhere. You return to a range, a familiar place, a place you keep coming back to, and that's what creates your patterns. Let me show you the difference. Some people get upset, but they recover quickly. They feel it, and then they move on. They come back to clarity. They come back to action. Others don't. They drop and they stay there. They replay it. They hold on to it. They justify it. And over time, that becomes who they are known as. So the real difference is not whether someone ever drops. Everyone drops. The difference is how long do they stay there and how easily they move again. If this is already starting to make sense, take a second to like the video and subscribe if you want to actually get better at this, because we're building this step by step so you can actually use it. Now here's where people get this wrong. They think being in control means not feeling anything, staying calm all the time, never reacting. But that's not control. That's suppression. And suppression doesn't move you. It traps you. Real control is this. You feel it and you come back. You feel frustration and you recover. You feel anger and you move through it. You feel fear and you don't stay there. Again and again. Because the real problem is not emotion. It's getting stuck in one. And when you get stuck, you repeat. Different situation, same reaction. Different people, same outcome. That's not personality. That's a pattern. And once you see that, something shifts. You stop asking, what's wrong with me? And you start asking, where am I right now? Because you're not stuck. You're just somewhere. And that place can change. So here's your challenge. Over the next few days, pay attention to yourself. Notice your reactions. Notice what pulls you down. Notice how long you stay there. And ask yourself, where am I operating from right now? Because that one question creates awareness, and awareness is what allows movement. And once you can move, you're no longer stuck. In the next video, we're going to take this further, because even when people start seeing this, they still get one thing wrong. And that's where most mistakes come from. Watch the next one. One truth understood and applied can change your life.